Hello. So something new today. I'm going to be showing you how I collected and archived the sales data on Amazon for Heart of the Jedi using Heir to the Empire, the mass market paperback, as an example. Just to put my method out there. Now, my method is not the most efficient nor the fastest way of doing so. I know for a fact that there are several programming ways that you can code a something to do this for you. I also know that there are a couple of subscription-based websites that can also pull this data for you as well. I have neither the coding skills to do the former nor the disposable income to do the latter, so everything I do is manual, and this is my method. Um, Starting off for the Empire, when you scroll down, you will see it is 21,157th in books, 68th in Galactic Empire science fiction, and 529th in space operas. So I'm going to go to an Excel sheet right here, and the local time, it is 7:52 on November 11th, 2023, and then converting this to 24-hour or military time, 52. So overall, again, 21,157, 21,157. Galactic Empire science fiction. So overall, it's going to be the overall bestseller rank, Galactic Empire science fiction, and space operas. I just use abbreviations. So 68 and 529. Oops, that's the wrong one. 68, 529. 529. All right, so you're done, right? That's all you have to do? Well, not exactly, because sure, you've written down the numbers, and sure, you're going to have a bunch of written down numbers, but you're not going to have any proof unless you're actually taking screenshots, which I do encourage you to take your own screenshots as well. But screenshots can also be photoshopped and altered using HTML text, right? So what you really want to be able to do is actually have an archive of the web page, and through that, you can use the Internet Archive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this link, copy it, and just search in Wayback Machine right here. And you're going to go to Save Page Now. You're going to paste that link. And I have saved error pages on. You can also make an account, and I encourage you, if you do are doing this to monitor something like a Heart of the Jedi, or if something else comes out on Amazon, I'd very much recommend you make an account, because it does not only save screenshots in the web archives as well, but it also allows you, it also gives you a catalog of all the web pages that you've saved. That way, it can be a lot easier to find it later on. For demonstration purposes, I'm not going to use an account. I'm going to hit Save Now. Now, it has been 30 minutes since I last did this as a test, but the Wayback Machine does have a 30-second cooldown timer, so you can't save the same page twice within 30 minutes. It's just a feature of the Wayback Machine. Also, this process can sometimes take some time. Whenever there's a lot of people archiving pages all at the same time, these can take a while to process. It says first archive because I believe the link on this one is slightly different than the last one, but that's perfectly fine. Again, if you have your own account, you'll be able to see all of your saves. So you just click on the link, and this will be your archived screenshot of the entire page. You can scroll down, 21,157, 68, 529, 21,57, 68, 529. And now, if you want to see all of your pages as well, you can go up here to Captures. Wayback Machine can be a little slow to load at times. Do. Refresh this page. See if it comes up easier. There's every capture for this. There we go. And this will show you every capture. So you go to September 12th, and it shows a capture at 2:54:50 on September 12th. This is because I'm GMT -7 where I live, and this operates off of GMT time. So you could, when you are doing this, put in GMT time. I just did local time because I'm lazy like that, and I'm the only one that really looks at it. So that will archive just this page. But if you want to archive and actually get photographic evidence of them actually showing up on each of the individual bestsellers list page, you're gonna have to archive these bestsellers pages. Now, the Amazon bestsellers list will only show you the top 100 books for any lists. So it's only worth doing this if it's in the top 100, which it's only for Galactic Empire science fiction. So you go there. So there are 2 pages. Page 1 will show 1 to 50. And then page 2 will show 51 to 100. And as it climbs up the list, you'll have to archive both page 1 and 2. They'll show up separately. As you can see, page equals 2. The other one will be page equals 1. So they'll have 2 different... when you're on this page, you'll have like 2 different pages for this, for page 1 and page 2. That's just how the Wayback Machine works. But again, if you have your own account, you'll be able to see everything that you've archived. So go back to Internet Archive. Just make sure I copied this. What page? Go to Web. There we go. Save page now. Save. And now we wait. Aha. See? So this is what I said. The cooldown timer, sorry, it's actually 45 minutes. I misspoke. So I saved the snapshot 28 minutes ago. I can take a new capture after 45 minutes. But I can go to this capture right here, which is the old capture. And you will see it is, in fact, at 68. And when I go here, it gave it the timestamp, which was to 29:57, because I made it about 29 minutes ago. So that's how you do it that's how you archive it on the Wayback Machine. That's how I would do it. I would also recommend, just for your own, just make a folder on your own desktop and just like take an actual screenshot and save the screenshots to the folder. Just like multiple ways of documenting the fact that yes, it did in fact hit these numbers. Now the last thing I want to show you is how I was actually graphing them. So we're going to go into the future a little bit and just put in some numbers just for the case of showing it. So the next 4 hours. Oh, sorry, one thing before I do that. Go back here. So for whatever reason, the different pages on Amazon update at different times. So this one, when I tried it last time, the Heir of the Empire was actually at 78 on its own page, but it was at 68 on this page. So this page that has the actual listing, in my experience, will update second. These bestsellers rankings pages will update first. There's about a 30 to 40 minutes gap between when they update, with this one updating first, and then 30 or 4 minutes later, you'll get the actual listing page. So when you're going through and archiving all of these, like it's not just like every 4 hours you have to do it. It's like you have to archive one set of pages, then you have to wait 30 to 40 minutes. You have to archive the next set of pages. It's a very in-depth process. It probably takes, factoring in Wayback Machine loading times to actually archive the page, probably an hour every time you do it. So anyway, back to this. So this would be 4 hours would be, 2023. So 4 hours and 01:52 and 9:12:2023, 05:52 So I'll just do one here. So let's say it went to 17 to 65, and then it went to 11 5 23. So to graph that, you're just going to highlight both of these, go to Inserts, and then I did scattered like so. You can mess with the X and Y axis. One thing I would recommend doing is put data labels on it just so you know the number that it hits. And also, so this is right now saying that as it's going up in rank, up the bestsellers chart, the graph itself is actually pointing downward. Now, you don't want to do that because that looks kind of weird. So you're going to go to, as I said, axis, more options, axis options. So for the vertical axis, you're going to values in reverse order. That unfortunately puts this up top, but you can mess with that. So this will show that as it's rising in the charts, so too the graph is rising. Just kind of a thing you can do. And then for horizontal axis, options. So this one is a little bit weird in that how it does the dates is that it has actual numbers. So you can kind of play around with this a little. So 0.4, and every time you mess with it, hit enter. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I just kind of do trial and error until it looks correct. You can play around with that how you want. Drag this down, or drag this up here. Drag this. All very fun, boring. You can figure it out yourself. This is how it looked when I did it for Heart of the Jedi. This is my data. So I had the timestamps here for all of them. I had the science fiction adventure where it was performing the best. And then I had the overall. And then don't worry about these. These are just some computations I was attempting to try to find a formula for how many was selling. I later found out that this was all wrong, so just ignore this. And this is what those charts look like after I had kind of cleaned them up a little bit, if you want to use a reference for how it can look. And then this is what the overall rankings look like as well. Then over here, I started a second one just tracking how it was doing since Eckhart's Ladders video. You can see the Eckhart's bump here and then it like kind of petering off. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of how I was able to track the data for Heart of the Jedi. And again, I'm doing this kind of as to show my method, but also just to put this out there for one of you guys, because if Heart of the Jedi or if something else randomly gets put on Amazon in the next couple of years, my life is completely changed. I no longer have the time to devote an hour a day every 4 hours to doing all this. I simply can't anymore. So if you want to see those same numbers, it has to be from the community, one of you guys, to take the reins from me. So I wanted to put this out there to show my method, how I did everything as a step-by-step, so that if and or when something like this happens again, you guys are prepared to carry the torch that I unfortunately am no longer able to hold. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, take care.